choosing a CEO is a very important role for the board, but obviously the chair has disproportionate influence, particularly in a co-op where the chair is a farmer. So this will be Fonterra's fourth CEO since the co-op was created in 2001. The first was Craig Norgate, a New Zealander from Kiwi Co-op, which was one of the two big co-ops that had merged to create, along with the Dairy Board, came together to create Fonterra. And after Craig Norgate, whose tenure was short and I think had some strong strategy things going for it, but by all accounts not. There was some difficulty in his relationship with Henry van der Heyden, who was chairman of, who was the second chairman of Fonterra. John Roadley was the first. And then the second CEO was Andrew Ferrier, who came from Tate & Lyle, English-based global company in the sugar business. And Andrew was very big on the commodity side, rather than of sweetness, of sugar, rather than the higher tech, more specialist side that that now dominates Tate & Lyle. And then third one was Theo Spearings, Dutchman, dairy background, Friesland Campina, which is where he was, and he had missed out on a top job there when Friesland and Campina merged. So he's now been CEO. So it'll be fascinating to see, first of all, we just don't know what sort of characteristics Fonterra is looking for. Do they want somebody who is good across the whole business, which would be a reach, because there's the strong, big commodity manufacturing end of the business, and then there's the downstream value-add consumer stuff, still manufacturing in there, much more specialized. And or would they be looking for a CEO who's bigger on that value-added consumer end of the market, or somebody who's very strong on, international strategic relations? We just don't know, and we don't know whether any New Zealanders are shortlisted for the job. There are certainly, at least in my mind, one, possibly two strong internal candidates at Fonterra. It's clear that Fonterra has had a suboptimal performance. So yes, there have been big losses of capital, such as in China. There might well have been some underperformance on other investments that have not delivered quite what was expected. So a board culture, so it would seem as though this has not been a board that is adequately keeping management's feet to the fire on these things, or being an adequate sounding board on strategy. Wilson's been there a long time on the board, and so in a situation like this, you usually see a company have a very big refresh of the board, which would be, that's good corporate governance practice, and it's time for that at Fonterra.